What's up, guys? It's your boy JC here. I'm doing another prediction video on the Rugby World Cup semis. This one's going to be on the first semi-final, the All Blacks against Argentina. Now, I don't know if anyone has really looked into the history of the World Cup of Rugby World Cup, but if you look at all four teams that are currently in the semi-finals, Argentina is the only team that have never made it to a final yet, right? And they almost did. France seems to be a decent hunting ground for the Argentines, because this is only their third ever semi-final. The first ever semi-final was, you've guessed it, in France. Okay. Now, enough about that. Let's first look at the previous fixtures, okay? Argentina played Wales in the quarterfinals. Again, it still shocks me into disbelief that only 30% of your general rugby fan public thought Argentina were actually going to beat Wales. Okay, I predicted it on Super Brew. I said it to all my work colleagues. I said it to my family, my friends, everyone. I said to them, Argentina are going to beat the Welsh. Argentina have a better pedigree for playoff rugby than what Wales have. Okay? And in depth as well. Okay, Warren Gatland's still busy building a team here. Okay? Whereas Malkochek has been with Argentina for a longer period of time. And then Gatland's been back with Wales. Okay? And then you look at the quarterfinal the All Blacks had. They had the harder quarterfinal than what Wales have had. All Blacks was touch and go there, made over 200 tackles and stuff like that. Now, I haven't looked at the squad selections yet for this game, but I know your general guys are going to be there. Sam Cane, Adi Savia, Aaron Smith, Richie Mwanga, the Barrett brothers. You know, you get a feel for that, okay? But those oaks, particularly Adi Savia and the Barrett, and all three Barretts, they had a hard game against the Irish, okay? Whereas Argentina, yeah, okay, cool. They had a good game against Wales. I mean, they were forced to come back from 10-0 down, okay? But you get the feel that Argentina didn't have that. Now, look, I'm not here predicting an Argentine win. Not by a long shot. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'll go into my prediction at the end of the video here. But I don't see Argentina winning this in any way, shape or form. Unless it's a penalty shootout between Bafeli versus Mwanga and Jordie Barrett. Then they may have a chance, okay? But also you have to look at discipline here as well. The All Blacks have been very, very naughty in this World Cup. In the game against Ireland alone, they conceded 2 yellow cards. Okay? Aaron Smith's yellow card came at, as I said in my previous video, the best time to get a yellow card. If you want a yellow card, best time to get it is just before half time. And Aaron Smith's first yellow card came just before half time. Okay? Ari Savier's yellow card came at a worse time. A mighty shoddy time, actually. But the All Blacks managed their game perfectly. Now, let's now look at the pool stages. Okay? Both teams lost their opening games. Argentina lost their opening game to George Ford, England. Okay, England's win over Argentina was a team effort. Okay? And the All Blacks lost their opener against France. Okay? Now, the fixtures leading up, both these sides have actually had the easier route to the quarters than the Boks have had. Argentina had the same route, just in different order as what England had. Okay. The All Blacks, out of all four sides in this semi-final, the All Blacks actually had it the easiest. Okay. Argentina played. Now, no particular order. Argentina played Chile, Samoa, and Japan. Okay. The All Blacks then. Now, those were Argentina's wins. I'm taking the England game out of the equation. The All Blacks had, after France, Namibia, Italy, and Uruguay. In my opinion, Italy doesn't beat a Samoa or a Japan on the form that they showed in the last two games of the World Cup, of the pool stage. Okay? So All Blacks had it easier. So you can say, yeah, the All Blacks had a hard quarterfinal. But before that quarterfinal, the All Blacks didn't really have any hard games bar the French game. Okay? Then one can also argue that the All Blacks, because of the Irish game, they are more battle hard than what Argentina are. Okay. Now, let's look at... I'm going to now touch on game management. Okay. Argentina's bench is experienced. Look, as I said, I haven't looked at the squad selection yet, and I didn't do so with a reason. I'm looking at what I would do if I were a coach. Okay. For this game, I would keep Sanchez on the bench because you have a Buffelli that can kick and a Carreras at number 10. Okay? But I would start not Montoya, sorry. I'd start Augustine Creevy for this one because you need that experience up front against the All Blacks in the start. Okay? If Argentina want to hope to make it through the quarterfinal, through the semi, you're going to have to keep the All Blacks at bay. You need to be prepared to defend for 20 minutes with conceding as minimal points as possible. Now, the All Blacks are not Wales. The All Blacks start as the Springboks. The All Blacks get a fast start. They're one of the toughest teams to chase. Ask South Africa and ask Ireland. Okay? A fast start against for the All Blacks against you. You're going to fight very hard to pull one back, to come back into the match, okay? Now, game management, Argentines managed their game very well against Wales, okay? They were patient and they didn't get rattled by the start the Welsh put up, okay? And there was a shoulder charge from, I can't remember his name now, just before half time, where Argentina were 10-3 down, and they pulled back and went into halftime down 10-6. Okay. Right. The Argentines weren't rattled. So that is one thing that can really work in their favour. But the All Blacks are not Wales. Okay. Argentines can't afford to be down 10-0 early in the game. Because if the All Blacks get a fast start against you, where Wales were up 10-0, the All Blacks will already be up 22-0. So, the All Blacks are very good at catching and napping. But then, at the same point, the All Blacks a couple of times leaked a few tries. Okay? They leaked 2 tries against the Italians. Okay? Now, I'm not putting Ireland in this equation because Ireland's a high-level opposition. Okay? The All Blacks leaked tries against the Italians. And there was also a very soft try from Bandiaki. Now I'm bringing Ireland up here. The try that Bandiaki scored, there was a league try. Now Argentina their backline is fluid, okay? Now I said in a prediction video for Argentina against Wales, Argentine attack is blunt. It wasn't blunt against Wales, so if they can attack like they did against Wales and be patient, Argentina can, I'm not saying it's bring an upset, but it can be a competitive match. Okay. Now, what I would do if I were Ian Foster on selection here, okay, I would keep Aaron Smith there. I'd keep Adi Xavier there, okay? And I'd keep Mwanga, a fly-off. Geordie Barrett, I'd keep at 12, and Bowden Barrett I'd keep at 15, okay? I'd just keep those 5, okay? Look, sorry about that. I know Fozzie's tent one can also add Kane there. So let's put Sam Kane there. Gotta keep those 6, definitely. Because you need that experience for this game. Because I know it's Argentina, and I mean, the All Blacks everyone knows All Blacks can beat Argentina. It doesn't take a freaking rugby expert to know that, okay? I wouldn't go into this game with a B team. Okay, you can't afford to do that. Because we all know the Argentines are capable of beating giants. Okay? Now, on the same account, okay? If you're lock pairing, the All Blacks lock pairing is a selection headache. Do you go with Retallick or Barrett in this game, for example's sake? Now, I would go with Barrett. I'd keep Retallick's experience on the bench, okay? Because Retallick, as I said, a playoff game is, yes, it's a full 80 minutes, but crunch time, if you have a moment where you are falling behind and you need something special, you'll need that. A double World Cup winner to come on and help you see the game out, okay? And that is what Retallick not Retallick, sorry, Sam Whitelock. That is what Whitelock brings to the table. Okay? And Brody Retallick, I'd start Retallick on the other side as my other lock. Because Brody Retallick is the All Blacks Ebenezer bet. He's an enforcer. Okay? I would really, and that is valuable for the start of the game. Okay? Now, why do you not write off the Argentines in this game? I'm going to put it simple, basic, and in English. Okay. In the last 4 years, okay, these two sides have met each other 7 times. Okay. And in those 7 times, Argentina had 2 historic victories over the All Blacks. Okay. The first one was in Australia, and then they did the same in Dunedin. The first ever one on New Zealand soil. So, one needs to ask, can Argentina produce that same performance again? Now, I'm not saying Argentina can't beat the All Blacks. Not by a long shot, no. The All Blacks are a successful World Cup team. 3 World Cups, okay? 3 World Cup victories, and they have already beaten an island side. So the All Blacks are going into this match. I'm confident. Yeah, okay, that Irish game was a hard one. But how does that affect this match? It only affects the margin a bit. All Blacks will go into this one knowing, hey, they only need to win by 1 point. They don't need to win by 50 or 60, only by 1 point. But the Argentines will also be, I believe the Argentines will be licking their thumbs for this fixture. Okay? A third historical victory is good enough motivation for them to show up. Okay? Yeah, third historical. Why would this one be historical? It would be the first Argentine victory over the All Blacks at a World Cup. Okay? If they would. Okay? So how do I see this fixture planning out? I'll put it simple. We're going to have a fast start. Okay? You're going to have a very fast start. And I say the All Blacks, for the first 30 minutes, are going to blow Argentina completely off that field. Okay? And in those 30 minutes, All Blacks would have built a big enough lead for the guys to say, hey, you know, my body is sore and stuff. I had a hard game against Ireland. Fozzie is going to bring on the bench. The bench is just going to do enough to see this game through. That is what I say. I have this one. All Blacks by between 12 and 20. Look, I'm not saying it's going to end that way. But I believe All Blacks to win this game by between 12 and 20. But I'm not saying that. In the back of my mind, I also don't want to write off the Argentines. Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, like it, and please put your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Cheers, guys.